Hi guys and welcome to my channel. So it's the January of 2019 and because it's a new year, a new month, I have a new TBR. So this is my TBR for the month of January for 2019. As you can see, most of them are fantasy or horror books. I want to start 2019 with something magical or something very strong. That's why majority of my TBRs are fantasy books. So first up on my list is Strange Dreamer by Laini Taylor. Follows the story of Laszlo Strange, who grew up obsessing about the mythical lost city of V. When one day an opportunity rises and he has the chance to travel to find the lost city that he has been dreaming of. If you have seen from my previous videos, Strange the Dreamer is one of the most highly recommended books of 2018. Because Laini Taylor is also the writer for The Daughter of Smoke and Bones, Days of Blood and Starlight, and Dreams of Gods and Monsters. I'm very excited to read The Stranger Dreamer because it gets so much hype on social media and on the booktubing community, and I've been dying to read it. I'm just going to start reading it because I don't want to be how do you say it? I don't want to regret not reading the book because a lot of my favorite booktubers have recommended this video, but one specifically, my favorite booktuber actually wasn't really a fan of the book. She said it was great, but it just didn't click to her. So I'm kind of intrigued why she didn't really love the book as much as the other booktubers. So yeah, it's very intriguing and I am dying to read this. So another high fantasy on my list is The Last Ascari by Kristen Cicerelli. So The Last Ascari is the first book of the Ascari series. So the book follows the story of Asha, a dragon slayer and a daughter of the king of Fiergard. Asha grew up hearing the whispers of legends like the Namsara and the Ascari. Asha slays dragons to offer it to her father, but no matter how many heads of dragons that she slays and sends to her father, she still can't escape the reality that she's going to get married to a very cruel commandant, a man who holds the truth about her nature in his palm. But Asha is offered another chance of freedom in exchange for the life of the most feared or the most powerful dragon in Fiergard. He finds that there may be more truth to the ancient stories than she ever could have expected. With the help of a secret friend, a slave boy from her betrothed's household, Asha must shed the layers of her Ascari bondage and open her heart to love, light, and truth that has been kept from her. This was actually on the TBR to one of my favorite booktubers, and she was reading it last year, and I'm very excited to read it and see if I would enjoy it as much as she did. Third on my list is A Forest of 1,000 Lanterns by Julie C. Dao. Destined for greatness, bound for ruin. So Shifeng is beautiful she is destined or meant to be the empress of all Fenglu, but only if she embraces her darker inner sides, I think. On the synopsis part of the book, there is a question that says, is the price of the throne too high? And I think that kind of intrigues me. And one of the reasons that I bought this book is because Mary Lou, one of my favorite writers, kind of blurb, did recommendation at the back. It says, a richly developed fantasy world coupled with an ambitious anti-heroine of complex agency. This story shines and surprises at every turn. Julie C. Dao is a talent to watch. That's one of the reasons why I bought it. I haven't even opened it from its like wrapper when I bought the book. I just bought it like just a couple of weeks ago, and I've been dying to read it. But since it's January and I want to start the new year with something magical, so I got this book and I'm going to read it. So another on my list is The Wrath and the Dawn by Renee Adi. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. I don't know how to pronounce your name. So The Wrath and the Dawn is also like the recommended books that I've seen on my favorite booktubers, and they've been reading it for like 2 years ago or a year ago. I don't remember. But yeah, they have a lot of things to say about the book and they loved it. I'm not sure if it's a fantasy book or whatever because I have not been spoiled about this book and I've learned my lessons in being spoiled, so I'm not going to spoil myself with whatever happens in the story because I want to finish this book, and I kind of love the cover. This is like the second cover, I think. Second cover because the first cover is actually like the patterns, and then you can see the very back. Yeah, that was the first version of the cover, and then this I think is the second. I don't know if it's the UK version or the US version, but still I love this version better. I'm just gonna read the synopsis because I have not yet found what the story is about, and I've been dying to read this ever since I got this from Big Bad Wolf. But yeah, so Khalid, the 18-year-old Caliph of Khorasan, is a monster. Each night he takes a new wife, only to have her killed by sunrise. Shahrazad is the first volunteer to become Khalid's bride. She vows to stop his reign of terror for the friends she lost and all those who perished before her. Incredibly, Shahrazad manages to survive her first morning, then the next. Night after night, she mesmerizes the Caliph with her storytelling, at once buying time and digging deeper into the elusive boy king's past. If Khalid is truly the murderous madman everyone says he is, how does Shahrazad find it easy to fall for him? Two books from my pile is actually not high fantasy. I think they're much more on the horror or thriller category or genre. It's the Hotel for the Lost by Susan Young and Uncanny by David McKenna's Gill. So Hotel for the Lost follows the story of Audrey and her family as they stay at the Grand Hotel Ruby, extending their stay as it provides endless distractions, including handsome guest Elias Lang, who sends Audrey's pulse racing. However, the hotel proves to be as strange as it is beautiful. Nightly fancy affairs in the ballroom are invitation only, and Audrey seems to be the one guest who doesn't have an invite. So yeah, I'm talking too fast, but yeah, I think it's a little bit more thriller, or I don't really know the story because I have not spoiled myself by searching the story for this, and I am going to try reading it this January. So another one of my horror thriller books on my pile is Uncanny by David McKenna's Gill, A Hunting She Will Go. So Willow Jane Conning doesn't expect much for her 16th birthday. A cake, maybe some presents, nothing special. Just a nice, quiet celebration with family and friends. But that night, a powerful witch rises from her crypt deep beneath Boston's granary burying grounds. The Shadowless has come back to avenge her death, and she wants something that belongs to Willow Jane. All Willow Jane wants is to help her mother pay the rent and to win her hockey game, dumping her cheating boyfriend and make sure her little sister gets home safe after school. Turns out that that's not so easy when you are a cunning and there is an ancient evil set on making your life a living hell. There is a quotation at the very bottom of the synopsis, and it's one of the reasons why I bought the book actually. It says, "You must not wake the Shadowless when she sleeps within her bed. Kiss the lips of the Shadowless and the morning finds you dead." So it's very intriguing, that's why I bought it, and it's actually very cheap because I got it on a sale. So I'm going to try to read this for the January along with Hotel for the Lost, and I hope I can finish this, or else I don't know when will I ever get the chance to read it again. The only book that I have that I started reading last December 2018 that I still have not yet finished reading is The Children of Blood and Bones by Tommy Adeyemi. Before I started reading this book, I was actually very excited because I have heard so much great things about this book. But then I get spoiled, and a part of me doesn't want to end it because I have read someone died at the very end, and it's the person that I don't want to die. So I'm not sure if my heart will take reading it again. So I don't know if I can finish this in like a couple of days. And I think it's not yet the end. I'm on page 365, which is actually chapter 55, and I'm not sure if I want to read it again because I hate the spoilers that I have read. Anyway, this is my January TBR pile, and I'm going to read as much as I can in January, but I have a lot of things to do this month because I have like a lot of school things, and I have a lot of cousins who has birthdays in January, and there will be a lot of preparations and a lot of celebrations. We're Filipinos, so we really love parties. So yeah, I'm going to read as much as I can. Actually, an update. I just finished Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. And for more videos, you can click the subscription button below. You can like my video, and or you can also leave comments down below. But I will see you on the next video.